Hey everybody, today we're going to bone out a deer. If you've never done this, do not worry. It's not as intimidating as it might seem. It's actually pretty easy and you can do it pretty quick. The first thing you need to do is get yourself a good boning knife. I have a razor bone from Outdoor Edge. It has replaceable blades, surgical steel, surgically sharp. It allows me to get this done in as efficient manner as possible. Okay, the first thing that I do, like I said, everybody does it differently. What I do is I take out the back straps first, I take off the front shoulders, I take off the neck meat and the rib meat. I save the hindquarters for last. And the silver skin, yeah, we could work on that if we wanted to here, but what I find on the silver skin, it's much easier to fillet that with a razor bone like this right on the skinning table and get those back straps out nice and neat. So with the back strap is you just feel for the deer's spine, it's right here. And we're going to take it all the way up, right up in there, and we're going to get right along that spine, and I will follow that down just to get it started, right along the spine. That's your back strap. It's going to go way down into here. So once we get up in here, we can feel that back strap coming free to where I can almost grab that back strap with my fingers. See how thick that is? Nice, meaty back strap from this Illinois buck. And I'm going to bring it all the way to there and now start filleting that back strap right out of the deer. Let gravity be your friend. Let that blade do its work on the meat and try to stay away from the bones, and I'll save you some blades. Okay, so what you're going to find here is that back strap wraps behind that front. The front shoulder is right here. His scapula is right there. So once I get to the scapula, I'm just going to get right in here, make a little line, bring it that way, and peel it out the rest of the way, but you're going to see the scapula is right here, and it's actually going behind there, so I just get my knife in there and peel the rest of that back strap out of there. Here we go, one back strap right there, just beautiful venison. We have a brand new clean cooler here. Lay that right in the cooler. Okay, now I talked about boning. Well, the shoulders we're taking out whole, because that I like to do on the butcher table. But this is not really connected. You just follow this and you can pop that shoulder out. All I'm doing is cutting the meat and I'm following the bone here. I'm coming right across the top. Look at that. It's going to basically fall right off. And keep that knife tight. Get as much meat out of there as possible right now. It saves you a little bit of work later. Comes all the way down. And also, when you're doing it this way, you could take that neck meat along with you. Now, if you're cutting neck roast, no, you're not going to do that. We're using almost this all as grind and sausage. So we're just going to take this all the way down, work it right off the deer, as close as possible to the bone. Very simple, very easy. The neck is kind of funny in the fact, you have vertebrae, you got all sorts of bones in there. It just takes a little bit of time, just kind of working around. See all that meat you're coming off there? But we love jerky and we love, ground meat and sausage. This meat here is just perfect for that. It just takes a little bit of work just to work off every little piece of scrap. Succulent venison. When you get in those ribs, follow that rib all the way out. You're going to get a lot of meat like that. That adds up. You could get several pounds out of a deer. Okay, just do the exact same thing to the other side. Like I said, depending upon what you want to make out of your deer, depends upon how far you fillet that back strap back. Just so you guys know, I took the inside tenderloins out when I shot the deer. We had those that night. So this is all ready to go, like I said, to trim up. I'm going to cut this down. We're going to work on the back loin. Okay, when you're boning out the hind quarters, what you want to do is look at the muscle groups. Nice muscle group here, nice muscle group here. Actually, a couple. There's one here, there's one here, one on the inside. You're going to get about 3 or 4 muscles out of here, and then you got the muscles up in here too. Basically, just follow those muscle groups, pull them away, and you let your knife do the work to free them from the carcass. That is one big, you could use that as a roast. You could cut this sideways into steaks. You can do anything you want with it, but that is one nice piece of venison. So boning out a deer isn't hard. Just take your time, use a sharp knife, and get as much venison as possible.
Once season closes, what do most of us do? Well, we pack up our hunting stuff for the year. No, this is the time of year where we can get some extremely valuable intel. Our trail cameras, for example, we don't want to put them in high impact areas, areas that we're going to disturb deer getting to, swapping chips, or getting from during season. You don't want to do that because these are the very deer you're trying to hunt. So what we do is we set aside all sorts of areas of sanctuary. When it gets to be this time of year, now's where I go ahead and I take those cams and I bring them into these high impact areas. The other thing I'll often do is I'll go ahead and use a highly attractive scent. What I want to do is, in this case, it's after season, I want to have fun. So I enjoy getting pictures of other animals outside of just deer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a scent that is attractive to virtually every animal there is. I'll set my cam here. We've got a nice deer trail coming right through here. I'll go ahead and hang my scent wick up right there. So now, not only will I get the pictures of the deer walking through here and other critters that happen to be walking down this trail, but they're going to pause right there and sniff the scent, making it so that I have supremely excellent photos. So this time of year we can get into those areas where we otherwise wouldn't want to because it's too high of impact, and at the same time I like using a general attractant scent this time of year because it helps me get pictures of everything.